Hello and welcome to my channel. I have this little background going on. My background situation is kind of tricky. Excuse if you hear stuff in the background, but today I am sharing something for the first time publicly. And I'm a little nervous, but it's a good nervous because I know that this story, this part of my story needs to come out. And I just, want to be free from it. I have healed from it. So all the things that I'm talking about, I'm not there in the pain no more, but I wanted to share because I know so many women per se would, and possibly men would benefit from me sharing my testimony. So 2017, it was a great year. There was a lot going on. I was working full time. I was a full-time mom. And I started my art career in 2016. My name, if you don't know, I'm Kristen Mann. I'm a professional artist, author, some other things, but I had started that whole journey 2016. So 2017, it was on the uptick, and just had a lot of stuff going on. But in the midst of that, I found myself pregnant, and it was a surprise because there was, just wasn't a thought. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was not happy. I mean, I was like almost disgusted. I remember I just didn't feel right. Not sure why the signs didn't click, but I wasn't feeling right. I just, the smell of food, what else was going on? Just sick, just kind of like blah. Sleeping not too long, but it was like naps I would take for a long time. So y'all, if you've been pregnant before, you know what I'm talking about. But that started happening, and then I was like, some time had went by, and I was like, okay, I don't know what made me take a test, but I took a test and I ended up pregnant, finding out I was pregnant. And I did not feel good about it. I was like, no, 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 no. I'm having lots of success. I was producing art shows. I was selling a lot of artwork. I was doing all these things. And I was like, no, I can't be pregnant. So my first instinct was, I can't have this baby. And I'm telling you this because you may be that person that is in the situation that I was in, but you have not made the decision yet. And I'm talking to you. Don't go with emotion. What I did, I went with emotion, and I just like freaked out, and I was like, I can't, I started thinking about everybody else. I started thinking about what I couldn't do, this, that, there, and the other. And not to mention that I was already a mother. So I was like, no. And I just remember quickly going through the process of setting my appointment up, going to get an abortion because I was selfish at the time. I had not had the type of success that I have had for something that I did. So I was very selfish in that sense of doing this because I was like, I'm, going to risk it all because of bringing a child in the world. Now I know it sounds completely irresponsible. It sounds horrible. And I'm just being honest of where my mindset was at that point. So push come to shove, I go, I get, the appointment, I go into the appointment, I get everything that I need to do in order to have the process go through. And what I thought was that was going to be it. And it wasn't. And I'm telling this story because I want y'all to understand that, you know, sacrifice can go overboard. You know, the enemy can trick you to think that something that God made good is actually, you know, a mistake, and you have shame, and you have, you know, betrayal. You have all these emotions that you wear like clothes. And so I started to, after that process, I started to wear the stuff like clothes, like shame, guilt, um, just, it was a dark place. But from the outside, it looked like nothing even happened. Like, I didn't share it. I didn't even tell family members. Like, this this is probably the first time they're gonna hear it, but I need to share it for someone else that may be struggling with this, because a lot of women struggle with this decision, and they contemplate with it, and they actually, a lot of women actually go through it. A lot of them, they may not, but I'm speaking to that specific woman that is not doing or trying to decide to have an abortion because of, you know, themselves, or, you know, because of not because of themselves, because of you know, you're trying to sacrifice, you know, this and make this decision because you may have you're thinking about being successful, you're thinking about money, you're thinking about what other people may think of you, especially if you're a Christian. You know, Christians are the harshest, meanest people sometimes on the earth. So I can completely understand why you would choose not to share insight on if you got pregnant out of wedlock. And I would definitely understand why you may not want to share it with your Holyfield family, because that's hard as well. I did not take that route. I actually kept it to myself for a year. Well, for a year, not years, a year, until I found a mentor that was actually a prophet that shared her testimony in one of the videos I came across, and she shared how she had an abortion and she got saved during that process. And it just opened my eyes to what that whole thing did to my life. Like, it wasn't just moving on quick. It wasn't just, oh, that's done with. You know, it attached a lot of things to my life that's from the enemy that I didn't know I even opened myself up to. And I think the demon is called Moloch, that you sacrifice yourself for when you do have this abortion. So I didn't even know I was attaching myself to that. And you know, it's unfortunate that so many people don't, but this is why I'm on here, to share this testimony, because it's not about anyone else. It's just about me helping you through this process, or me helping you if you end up in this situation, which God forbid you don't, because people can say like, oh, you get abortions because you're buck wild and you're sleeping around with everybody. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't being, you know, buck wild and stuff. Like, it's just, it is what it is. You make some some decisions with an S sometimes, and there's consequences. Consequences can be good, consequences can be bad. But in this case, the consequences were way deeper than what I thought they initially were. And so it took some time. Thank God I found a mentor that was a prophet, that her ministry was able to pour into my life, and I was able to you know, get delivered from that, get set free. And then now I'm here. I'm finally at the point where I'm like, I want to just share this to help somebody, you know, not to bash anyone that makes that decision, but I just am strictly telling you my story and how you can make it out on the other side. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay in that shame. You don't have to stay in that guilt. You don't have to stay in that just ugly, dark place. You have people out here that has gone through the same thing. You're not alone. And at the time I felt alone because I didn't know who to talk to. You know, I'm putting on this whole perception of, different things. And I'm, showing everybody I'm successful and da 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 da. But, you gotta, I just came to the point in my life in this year, 2021. I want to say that so that I can look back. This is the year of freedom. This is the year of people getting free, set free, and delivered from things that have held them bondage. And I don't want to be a person like that. I don't want to live a life like that. I want to be free. And I've done the inner work, the groundwork to get to that point. And so here I am sharing this story. I was trying to decide, am I going to come out with a book? But that may come, that may not. I don't think it's necessary if I just continue to share it. But I just want you all to know, if you are, someone that's going through what I went through, my decision wasn't based on anything other than I just felt it wasn't the right time. I just felt it wasn't the right time. And now looking back, I'm like, that was so selfish. That is very disturbing, that I was even in a mindset like that, because, society and culture, you'll get yourself wrapped up into it and you will sacrifice things that were from God that you don't even notice were from God, because you have been duped to think that these things are negative. But any baby is from God. No matter what somebody tries to tell you, any child that comes, through you is a child. Is a God thing, child of God. So I will leave some scriptures below. I will also try to find the prayer from my mentor, or just a prayer in general that I just had to ask for forgiveness from God. I just had to ask. And as soon as I did, I felt peace. I was able to move on. I don't really think about it that much anymore. In the beginning, I was kind of like, I'll have my days when I'm in the bed like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I'm a horrible person. But now, I ask God for forgiveness, and everything that I felt, the heaviness and everything, broke. So I hope this encouraged someone. This does make me nervous, but I had to share it. There was just this discernment, this gut feeling that I had to, and I know that was God. So I had to share it. But I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will be back on. Don't know when, but if you have any questions, or you want to just, dialogue about certain things that you may have not healed from, comment below, and I'll leave all my information below, and y'all have a good day. Bye.